all of you, Mr. Gerald Dickman, Mr. Chris Marshall, Dr. Mena Bajapande, Dr. Roderick R. Santos, Ms. Carol R. Pino, Dr. Jenny Levens Matan, parents, professors, faculty and staff, fellow graduates, and friends. A pleasant afternoon. You have the brains in your head, you have the feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who decides where to go. This quote by Dr. Seuss has always been a source of inspiration for both of us. It taught us how to fearlessly go where we want to go in life, to boldly embrace every opportunity that lies in front of us, to remove doubts and anxieties that are stopping us from being our best self now, and finally, to stand up on our own shoes, but never forgetting that we are not alone. 2 years ago, we found ourselves caught up before a decision that we knew would have a big impact in our lives. We had to choose whether to apply in a local university, just like everyone else, or in an international school, which was quite new to us. We had to choose between something that we were accustomed to and something that we wanted to have. And then we realized, if we limit ourselves to only the knowledge that we consider true beyond doubt, yes, we do minimize the risk of error, but at the same time, we maximize the risk of missing out on what may be the subtlest, most important, and most rewarding things in life. So, we chose SFU. Looking back to the first day of our journey in SFU, we felt like the small community almost devoured us. It was as if we were lost puppies wandering around the park. The inevitable dilemma of having to get along with different people, of different cultures and attitudes, was really a distress. But soon enough, we were able to find acquaintances and earn friends which we can surely lean on. And so, we were able to surpass the initial, yet most crucial part of entering college as a freshman. But the struggle didn't end there. Little did we know that we are about to be exposed to a new curriculum, which to some was merely a challenge, but for most of us, an object of depression. A course named EdExcel. EdExcel was every definition of hard. It was a combination of a lot of things. Beating deadlines, sleepless nights, which may have made SFU students a major consumer of Starbucks coffee. The ever so dreadful pop-up messages that says, ink low, replace cartridge, or reload paper. That fail moment when you are about to click the save button and suddenly Microsoft Word crashes and your computer shuts down. Those days when you had to go to class without taking a shower, or otherwise we will be late for submissions. And finally, the frustrations brought about by getting referred or negative comments. But it was not all bad. EdExcel has also its bright side. Remember that unbelievable yet blissful feeling of getting a distinction on your class card? Or those days when you and your classmates went out to unwind after submitting your last paper for the term? How about that very delicious and savory lunch at Bistro Lima that you got after awarded as the student of the term? Those were the good old days. But all of this are nothing compared to the most rewarding learning experiences that EdExcel has given us. Truly, the tassel's worth the hassle. Just as every story has its heroes, we also had some good people in our story who not only made our 2 years in SFU bearable, but also inspired us in so many ways. Our professors, faculty and staff, friends, and the whole SFU family.
The people who up to now keep on reminding us that there is indeed something to be thankful for in life. We will always be grateful to our professors, for they generously shared with us their words of wisdom, their knowledge, love, and compassion, and in return, we gave them our trust, our hopes and dreams for safekeeping. It wasn't a fair trade, we know, but you are still willing to give it anyway, so thank you. They are the people who put up with us no matter what, who walked with us faithfully, never doubting our potentials and abilities, and sometimes even fought our own battles for us.
Thank you for that someone who constantly shares his one-of-a-kind cookies, sandwiches, and biscuits to complement his harshly delivered yet enlightening words of wisdom.
Thank you, sir, for persistently reminding us that one general truth that seems to be taken for granted. Your success can never be defined by the things you learned in the classroom, which may be irrelevant in the future, but rather by the intellectual discipline you developed in class.
To that lady, her giving nature endears her to those who love her, who always shares her advices in any kind of problem her students may have, be it family, school, friends, or love life.
Thank you, Miss, for being our stage mom, for being always proud of us, and for fighting for us till the end.
To that man, whom we consider one of the greatest teachers that we had, for he taught us not only about the technical matters, but he also developed us. He also helped us develop our personal relationship with God.
Thank you for being God's instrument to lead us back to Him and do everything for His greater glory.
And finally, to that very funny and friendly man who made the student body alive again.
Thank you, sir, for your patience and support despite all the pressures brought about by your work.
To our friends, especially our classmates and batchmates, we will always be grateful that we didn't have to go through this journey alone. Thank you for staying up with us till the wee hours of the morning,
For treating us food.
and for your unbelievable sense of humor that made the group alive and happy despite all the stress.
We will never forget Daniel's random jokes,
Or that's wise opinions and things.
Pau's pessimistic advices that are ironically encouraging,
Gerald's simple but deadly statements.
Neil's charismatic persona, although he is the master of poker faces,
Kuya Jot's kind and caring nature.
and Ate Jose, who is a living testimony of God's work in our lives. To our higher batches, you really were great blessings where you constantly guided us and served as our ates and kuyas, especially on our first days in SFU. You guys are so hardcore. You really made our journey worthwhile. Truly, life is like a slice of pie, and we don't even know why. How can we forget to thank our parents who are the source of our strength and the reason why we strive so hard just to be where we are now?
Thank you for all the sacrifices that you made just to provide for our needs and wants. To my dad, thank you for waking up in the middle of the night or finding time amidst your hectic schedule just to accomplish